Alright YouTube, this is JHayes721 and behind me is a 99 Mustang GT. I decided to start a YouTube channel because, like most of you, we sit around and watch hours and hours of YouTube and thought maybe I would contribute a little bit. Let me show you the car. So, this is it. I bought this car a couple months ago wrecked. Didn't think it was as bad as it actually is. It did not run when I bought it. However, when I started tearing it apart, I found a little bit more damage than there should have been. So as you can see, the core support's already been removed. I already taken that out, which, by the way, I don't recommend doing that to anybody. It was all crumpled. Cab of the car is crumpled. Underneath the car, there's more crumpled mess. I bought the engine knowing there was a tick, or what I was told was a tick. However, when tested, it was not a tick, it was a knock. You know, after hours and hours of searching on the YouTubes and forums, obviously a very common issue with that noise was a spun rod bearing. So that is what it was. So I picked this up here. This is another 4.6 out of a 2008 Grand Marquis. I spent 250 bucks on that thing, and it did have a little bit of issue. The valve covers were cracked, and decided to go ahead and pick up these trick flow valve covers because apparently nobody makes valve covers for these things. So I spent as much on the valve covers as I did the engine. So I threw in some comp 268AH cams in this thing. I have an Edelbrock Victor Jr. intake on the way with the elbow and, you know, fuel rails, all that good stuff. So I'll have to be building a fuel system for it, but obviously that's plans for a later video. Do have the BBK long tube headers. It is a 5-speed. That's what makes it fun, right? So we are going to be pulling the engine out of this one today. All right, so the goal here, or the next steps I should say, is first and foremost, we're gonna remove the drive shaft bolts. Up under there is the transmission cross member. I remove that, all the plugs. Try to get those rusty header bolts off of the mid pipe. I'm gonna be pulling this all as one unit, or attempting to, I should say. I have plenty of room in the front, so that shouldn't be an issue. I am kind of nervous about hitting the K-member on the long tubes, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. I know a lot of guys say you should drop it from the bottom, but as you can see, I work in a garage by myself. I don't have a lift, and I don't really feel like messing with it, to be honest with you. Even though it looks simple, it probably is simple, probably doing it the hard way, but that's just the way I roll. Well, this sucks. So I had to call it quits early for the night. Reason being, couldn't get the drive shaft bolts off. Everything else is off. It's ready to pull, with the exception of the drive shaft being in the way. So tomorrow I am going to be here. We're gonna get the drive shaft unhooked, get the shifter out, and then hopefully the engine just falls out. Till next time.